And those are some really beautiful boats as well.
Yeah. So up at the start, and this is an all-American affair. It is the Island Challenge Cup for University 8, and my co-commentator Akil Abdullah is getting excited. Over there on the far side, it is the women from Stanford. They designed those rowing suits themselves. They've got the initials of the seniors etched into them. Of course, Stanford University won the NCAA championships. Tremendous credit to them and their coach, Derek Burns. This isn't the same 8 that did that. In effect, it's the Stanford 2V, winners of the second Varsity 8 at the NCAAs. And talking to Derek Burns, you know, he was just delighted that they're here. It's a once-in-4-year trip. On this near side, it's the University of Pennsylvania. That's Sophia Prush, the 22-year-old with a hand up. University of Pennsylvania, I think they were 4th place in the NCAAs.
That is correct.
They've got one woman different, the stroke woman, and if the stroke woman was in this boat, and I think she might be at US trials or something, then they probably have gone up to the remnant. So I guess University of Penn might start as favourites in this contest.
I am really excited to see this race. Both crews have raced so well here at this regatta. They are off now with all the force and fury. You know, this Stanford crew is really going to have to step up their game. So we're going to see if they can hang out. Maybe they'll want to get ahead first. Maybe they'll want to just say, we're going to hang tight. But this is going to be, I am hopeful that this is going to be one of those races to remember.
Yeah, definitely. The times for the two crews were pretty close. Talking with Derek Burns just before the race, he said he was feeling pretty relaxed. He's going to watch it from round about halfway. So going according to form at the moment, University of Pennsylvania out in front just early on. The Quakers have got the early advantage over the Cardinal on the far side. Cardinal because of the red colour.
Not the bird.
Not the birds, yeah.
Well, I'm really excited here. You can see this crew, this Penn crew rowing really well. You have Caroline Soska in the bow seat. She was a first place championship 8 in the 2022 head of the Charles. We have Alessandra Binion in 2 seat. And we have just a strong crew here. You can look at them, you can see they're nice and relaxed. You know, they've been rowing together all year for the most part, with the exception of the stroke. So let's see what they do here.
Yeah, and I think I did say in commentary earlier in the week that I talked about the Aussie stroke, Sam Morton, who I don't think is in this 8. She was an under-23 world champion for Australia, but Josephine Notka has come in, the 23-year-old, doing a great job at the moment for the University of Pennsylvania crew. And if you're watching this over in America, don't know who your favourite is, Stanford or University of Pennsylvania, but we hope you're enjoying sunny blue skies at last at Henley Regatta. And it is Stanford University on the right of your picture, just trying to get some distance back against University of Pennsylvania on the left.
Yeah, and this is one of those beautiful shots. It's iconic. You can see the V of the start line. You can see the umpire launch behind them. Hopefully there won't be any reason for the umpire to wave one crew back to the inside or the outside of the course. And right now you can see these crews going head to head. Hopefully, you know, we'll see what those ladies from Stanford can do, if they can make a move, if they can hold on, if they can push back at all.
You get a sense from the bow wave of the umpire's launch, just the speed that these women's 8s move at.
Yeah, and you know, that's one of the things about racing here at Henley. You have that wash from the boom going on and off, so it's never really a completely flat course. But that's one of the things I like about this course, is that it requires a certain technical ability to just race down the course and stay in your head despite those bobbles and bobbles.
So the Stanford 8 that took the 1V, they lost a lot of their oarswomen to international trials and so on and so forth. So this is the 2V crew. There are the leaders at the moment from Stanford University. You're looking at the back of Caroline Soska. You heard Akil talk about her, the bow woman.
Yeah, and so here we're getting a great shot of that Penn crew. They have taken command early on of this race, and now they're just looking to maybe extend that lead a little bit. And great rowing, you know, all around great rowing. We've seen a lot of really good rowing this week, but right here you can see the preparation and the results of having rowed together all year.
Stanford still in contact, and a great shot there of Alice Baker, the British stroke of the Stanford crew. She was really just a freshman when She went to Stanford this year. But I tell you what, do you know how many days she's been stroking this boat, Akil?
I do not, Martin, but I'm sure you'll tell me.
I will. This is her 4th day in the stroke seat.
Wow, look at that.
She came down 4 days ago and said, why is the boat looking like this? And Derek Burns said, you're in the stroke seat. And that's it. These women from the NCAAs do not have a lot of time to practice.
Yeah, and to have that put on your shoulders, that's a pretty big thing. And so kudos to her for taking on that challenge, and she's doing a great job.
So the Penn 8 there, Caroline Soska, Alessandra Benny and Catherine Moore going down the boat, Hannah Lemovitz, Alexandra Willey, Brooke Carragher, Amelia Demopoulos, bow seat in the 2023 Varsity 8. And she's now rowing up the boat in 7, Josephine Mopka in the stroke seat and Sophia Persch in the Cox's seat.
Yeah, and Stanford isn't out of it. If they can figure out how to come up with a move, if they can figure out, this is it. This is our last chance. This is if we don't do it here, there's nothing left.
Julia Brow's up there in the bows, Heather Schmidt, Kaya Costello, Fiona Mooney, Nora Goodwillie, Annabelle Bachman, Bree Perry, Alice Baker. We've talked about her in the stroke seat, the 18-year-old Brit, the freshman, Rachel Miller, the 22-year-old Cox, who I think coxed that boat, the NCAA champion boat in 2023. So she is one of those US NCAA champions in the Stanford boat, at least.
And what I really like here, you can see both boats, coming in and really putting in their best effort. You can see that bow seat, Caroline Soska here in the Penn boat. She's really just giving it her all there.
They've got those comp blades as well, the Penn crew, which are kind of a different shape. I know we've had this before in the regatta, but if we go out and have a look at the blades, you can see the kind of teardrop shot of the blades. There they are. And you can see that these blades are a different shape, and the athletes choose them maybe because they've got a better grip on the catch, an easier feel on the release. But they're different shape, the blades, to the blades that the Stanford crew are using.
Yeah, the Stanford crew is using the standard hatchet blade, and you can see they don't have that curve at the end there. So
there are the Stanford crew, and you can see now, look, completely different, I'd say completely different, but a very different shape for the standard shape blades that the Stanford University crew are using. Blade work looks really sweet in both boats. Stanford doing really well just to hang on to Penn.
Yeah.
And that really brilliant shot of 8 women moving in synchronicity. You can see it out there. What a fantastic shot.
Yeah, I really love that about this sport. When you have 8 people moving together, it's just a beautiful thing to see.
So Penn are coming up to the finish. There are just about 10 strokes left to go. 10 strokes of agony left for the Penn crew. They haven't let up. You can see Josephine Knopka, the 23-year-old, urging her crew on. She's really leaving nothing out there. They're going all the way to the line. They cross it. University of Pennsylvania win that semi-final of the Ireland Challenge Cup from their opponents from Stanford University. They will go on. Penn will go on to race the might and the power of Oxford Brookes.